Back when I first started selling land, I thought I had it all figured out, but I was leaving thousands of dollars on the table without even realizing it. It took me 6 years and thousands of dollars to figure this out, and these three mistakes could be draining your profits right now. I'm Abi, and my wife and I have completed over 1,100 vacant land transactions in the last 6 years. And today, I'm going to show you the three mistakes that cost me thousands, how you can avoid them effortlessly, and how to turn your land deals into bigger profits. Let's dive into the first mistake, and trust me, this one might be hitting your wallet right now. So when we first started selling land back in 2018, we thought we were doing everything right. We even set up this amazing automated system for our owner financing terms. And honestly, we were really proud of it. We no longer had to manually do the paperwork. Everything was automated, the checkout process, creating the seller financing documents, and even the signing process. It felt like a big win. We had static terms based on the property price, such as $1 down, $399 a month for 60 months at 0% APR. It was simple and easy for us, but here's the problem with static terms. They don't fit everyone's situation. I remember one time a guy reached out about a 20-acre property we had in Valencia County, New Mexico. He was ready to buy and said I can put down $2,500 down, pay $499 a month, and then make a big balloon payment at the end of 6 months when I get the tax refund. That would have been great for both of us, but because our system was designed with rigid, one-size-fits-all terms, accommodating a request like that meant manually setting up the loan, doing the paperwork, and adding everything to our CRM. We had set everything to be automated, so the idea of going back to manual processes felt like a hassle. At the time, we didn't realize how much this inflexibility was costing us. By sticking to our static terms, we were getting our capital back much slower, which meant we couldn't reinvest as quickly to do more deals. In the beginning, we were focused on creating long-term passive income, and we still had some savings to back us up. But when those savings ran out, we started to see how much money we were losing by not being flexible with our financing terms. We were leaving thousands of dollars on the table just because we didn't want to adjust our process. By the way, I asked my editor if we can use like a stock B-roll footage for someone literally leaving money on the table, but he thought it was lame. He shot me down. So here's what we do differently now, and it has made a huge difference. We no longer list static terms on our website. Instead, we say seller financing available, make us an offer, and we work with each buyer's unique situation. This way, we get our capital back faster and can reinvest into more deals, maximizing our return. But that wasn't the biggest mistake. The next one was costing us even more, and it could be draining your profits too. A few years back, during the first week of April, we got a frantic phone call from our new accountant. We were just getting ready to file a massive tax return with over 100 active owner financing sales on the books. He was doing a final review when he called us, almost sounding panicked. He said, I think our accounting software made a mistake. It's calculating that you're charging 0% interest on all of your seller financing loans. And that can't be right. Are you really not charging any interest? We explained to him, well, actually, the software is right. We really aren't charging any interest. And let me tell you, he was baffled. He couldn't believe it. You can't be serious, he said. This could raise a huge red flag with the IRS. If your return gets audited, they'll want to know why you have got all these loans out at 0% APR when banks are charging double-digit interest rates. Plus, it seemed like a bad business decision to be leaving money on the table by not charging any interest. Do we have any more fake money? No. At that point, we tried explaining our logic. We told him that offering 0% interest was a marketing strategy. We thought it would help us sell our land faster. But then he hit us with something that made us rethink everything. He said that's not true. I've seen plenty of other land investors charging anywhere from 8% to 15% interest, and they had no problem selling their land. That's when it clicked. We were actually losing money by not charging interest. After taking our accountant's advice, we stopped offering 0% interest loans and started charging interest like everyone else. The results? Our seller financing returns increased significantly, bringing in thousands of extra dollars by the end of the year. Sometimes you think you're doing what's best for your business, but it takes a fresh perspective to show you that you're leaving money on the table. In this case, it was our accountant who helped us see the light, and it made a huge difference in our bottom line, as you can see by the amount of fake money we can afford by using real money. No? But here's the kicker. If you start charging interest, there's one crucial mistake that could land you in serious trouble. Think hefty fines or even jail time. Here's what happened. So last year, we picked up a vacant land parcel in upstate New York and decided to list it with a realtor. After about like a month or so on the MLS, we still hadn't found a serious buyer. So during our monthly check-in with the realtor, we started discussing what we could do to generate more interest. She suggested we start entertaining seller financing offers since the parcel was pretty large and we didn't want to lower the price just yet. We thought, why not? So a few weeks later, we got a seller financing offer. The buyer wanted to pay off the loan in 3 months, and we agreed to a 17% interest amortized over a year. Everything seemed perfect, and we sent the contract over to the title company and our attorney. But then came the shock. Our attorney took one look at the contract and said, "You realize you're breaking New York's civil usury laws, right?" We were completely blindsided and we were like, "What are you talking about?" He explained that in the state of New York, the legal maximum interest rate for most loans is 16% per year. And if you go over 25%, it's considered criminal usury, a serious offense. I couldn't believe it. He told us that charging an interest rate over 25% could result in criminal charges, massive fines, and even up to 15 years in prison. I was shocked. So of course I asked, but how come credit card companies can charge up to 25% or even more? He broke it down for us. So even though New York has strict usury laws, national banks and credit card companies operate under federal law, which allows them to charge higher rates because they're based in states like South Dakota or Delaware, where there are no interest rate caps. But we're not a bank, so we had to stick to the 16% maximum. So what's the lesson here? Always check the usury laws in the state where you're selling, or you could be looking at fines, or worse. But the thing is, even with these fixes, if you're making some of the common sales mistakes, you'll still struggle with selling land quickly. So watch this video next to discover the simple mistakes that are costing you money and how to fix them for more sales today. Wait, what? Why? What do you mean you won't help me clean this up?